Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? T-Beck here. Welcome back to my channel, and I think we're gonna do it today, man. It's time to do it. Are you ready for it? It's time for the DJ rant. Let's go. So, where do I even begin on this topic? But yes, DJing, something I've done, something I've been around all my life. The building we're actually standing in was one of my father's first nightclubs. He's been in the nightclub business for over 30 years, and I have been a DJ for 14 years. I started when I was 16 years old, still in high school. I started coming to get a taste for it on the weekends, and I would do it Fridays and Saturday nights, and then, you know, every now and then during the middle of the week if I could, if there was, you know, no school the next day or whatever. But yeah, so I've been DJing for 14 years. I started around 2004 is when I started. So right when Usher's Yeah was huge in popularity, like it was the biggest song ever. It still is a huge song. That's how big of a song it is. But that's right when I started. So man, yeah, we were playing Usher 2 times, sometimes 3 times a night. You know, it was just the biggest, most ridiculous thing. And Lil Jon's Yeah came out the year before that in 2003. I mean, Petey Pablo's Freak a Leak was in there around the same time. It's all that kind of sound, and that Southern hip hop was getting really popular. But that's when I started DJing. So now I figured we would talk about different kinds of DJs, because what I do is different than what some other DJs do. So I kind of like to break it into 3 different categories, if you will. You got your wedding and your prom DJs, which the reason they're in a separate category is because that kind of DJing requires you to definitely cater more to whoever's paying you, whether it's the school for the prom or the father of the bride for the wedding. You know, you definitely have to give them what they paid for because you have more of a relationship with them. Then you have us nightclub open format DJs. Then, I mean, there's competition DJs in there as well, but then there's festival DJs who are more like producers, and DJing is their only way to get their music out in front of audiences. So that's how they play and perform their music. So those are the kind of 3 different tiers of DJing, if you will. And I've dabbled in actually all 3 tiers at one time or another. Some things I've done in my DJing careers, I've done, you know, special needs nights, which are a blast because they just love all the fun campy stuff. I've done special ed proms, I've done weddings for friends, family, some strangers. I mean, I've done tailgate parties in Omaha, Nebraska. I've done festivals. I've played at 515 Alive a couple years in a row. Yeah, but my main gig has always been nightclub DJing. And I figured we should talk about what nightclub DJing is and what open format DJing is, because it seems the farther we get along in this life, the more confusing it gets for people. And you'd think that maybe they would figure it out by now or have some kind of clue, but that just doesn't seem to be the case. So I figured I would help elaborate a little bit more on what I do, and then maybe that'll give you some kind of aha moment. Because lately we've been getting, I mean, I've just heard, you know, people here and there, but whether it's the hip hop crowd and they're saying you're not playing enough hip hop, or it's the dubstep and the bass head kids and they say you're not playing enough crazy drops and sick wubs, man. You got to understand that what we do as open format DJs is we play for everybody because it's a business. So many people forget that what us nightclub open format DJs are doing is we're there to help a business. We're part of the business. It's not just a show. We're not there to make a name or to make fans. If that happens in the process, that's awesome. But that's not what we're there to do. Our job is, at the beginning of the night, a lot of times at nightclubs and lounges, people will be sitting around the perimeter. If there's a dance floor, usually in the center of the building, people are sitting around the perimeter. And they're all kind of just casually talking, sipping on their drinks, talking to one another, waiting for something to happen, waiting for that kind of icebreaker moment for them to get out on the dance floor. Well, us as a DJ's job is to keep the music fun, light, and engaging for all different walks of life, so that at any moment someone can walk out there, start that dance floor, and then the night gets started. Now, of course, there's easy ways to attain this, like let's say your Cha-Cha Slide by Casper, your Cupid Shuffle, the Wobble, etc. But when it comes to DJing, those are the ones that we know that's going to work. We know it's going to get a dance floor. It's called easy. So sometimes we don't like to always take the easy route. We like to, you know, work for it, and we like to actually just dig through our catalog and mix popular songs that'll get people out besides just the line dancey type ones. So at the beginning of the night you have those icebreaker moments, and then people start getting out on the dance floor, and what you're doing as a DJ is you're building trust and showing the audience like, hey, you're gonna hear a little bit of everything. You're gonna hear a little bit of hip hop, you're gonna hear a little bit of throwback music, you're gonna hear a little bit of R&B, a little bit of EDM, maybe some trap, maybe some funk, maybe some 70s throwbacks, 80s throwbacks, 90s throwbacks. I mean, anything and everything is a possibility when you're an open format DJ, and that's the fun of it, is being able to take things from all different eras, genres of music, walks of life, and work it into our set. And so that way you try and please as many people as you can. Now, I know you're thinking, well, isn't a DJ's job just to kill it and have a packed dance floor all night? Yes and no, because our job is to, yes, keep the crowd happy, pack the dance floor as much as possible, but let's say your entire, congregation of people is on the dance floor and no one's at the bars ordering drinks or taking shots or doing anything, then the bar isn't making money. Sure, the crowd, everyone's having a good time, you as the DJ's killing it, living it up, but the bar's not making money. So the bar owner doesn't like that. So our job as DJs is to not only play what you guys want to hear, to kill it, have the crowd dancing, but every now and then it's called rotating the dance floor. So if you hear a Spice Girls song or YMCA or something just super campy thrown in, you're like, what? Why would it do that? It's because sometimes you need to take a break to go get a drink, to mingle, to move around, and then it all comes back. It's just a cycle, man. So yeah. That's kind of our job as an open format nightclub DJ. Yes, we need to kill it. We need to play good music, recognizable, popular music that people know, want to hear, want to dance to. But it's got to be music from, like I said, all different walks of life. It's got to appeal to the 21-year-old college girl, to the 45, 50-year-old mom or grandma who wants to come out and shake it, and everything, anything and everything in between, man. I mean, that's what I love doing. And I've done it since I was done it for 14 years, but one of my first DJing gigs was, we had like a 6th grade party. You're done in the elementary school, you're gonna go on to the big scary middle school or junior high. So we had a 6th grade party at the Y, and everyone said, Travis, you should bring the music. And so I brought all my CDs and played songs for people all night, and we danced and had a good time. But that's what I love about being a DJ, man, is just playing all different kinds of music, having that knowledge of music, because I love and appreciate all of that music, all different kinds of music, and then being able to pick out the right song for the right moment just to keep the party going and to build the energy all the way throughout the night until we finally have to turn the lights on and call last call, and we say goodbye until next time. But I just think there's a lot of misunderstanding in what's going on today of, like, the crowd seems to think that, like, oh, like I said, you're not killing it all the time, you're not playing dubstep bangers. Well, if you do realize that if you listen to one certain genre for longer than an hour or extended periods of time, unless you're in the environment for it, like a festival or something, it can grate on people's nerves. Like, if someone doesn't like dubstep at all, more than 5 to 10 minutes of dubstep might just send them over the edge. Same thing with, your gangster thug rap or trap rap, whatever you want to call it, SoundCloud rappers, whatever. Too much of that might drive these people away. So it's all about keeping balance and working it all together to put on, a good party and to keep everybody happy as much as possible. So now I figured I would tell you some tools as DJs use to keep the party going. One of them for sure being called the BPM Curve. And if you didn't know, BPM stands for beats per minute, and that's about how fast the song is going. So most of the time when we're starting to set over, or like let's say you're playing a ballad, or like Ignition remix or something, that's like 67, 68 beats per minute. It's pretty bottom of the scale, because anything I think less than like 45 beats per minute or something, the human ear can't pick up, it's too slow. So typically you start at like the high 60s, low 70s, and then I try not to play more than like 5 to 10 songs between that and like 100 to 105 beats per minute, because what we're doing is just trying to increase the beats per minute and just do it subtly, and that's how we mix them together too. So I'm mixing this song, and then this song over here is going to be a little bit faster, and I just kind of keep doing that, and I'm building and getting faster and faster until we get up to the 128s, 130s, 140s, whatever, and then we come back down and we start over again. And I do that typically every 45 minutes to an hour, and that's typically like your hour-long set. But following that BPM curve is what helps to build the energy and then to bring it back down, and to build it back up and to bring it back down. And so like that's why sometimes if you request a song from a DJ, like let's say, I just got done playing stuff in the 90s or 100 BPM, and I'm getting up to the 110s and the 120s or whatever, and you come and ask for a song that's in the 80s or 90s, it's going to take me a few more minutes to get back down in the cycle to the bottom of the set again. Because like if you just go from like 128 to 80, and it's a noticeable shift in energy, and it just brings the energy way down. It's better to just keep riding that curve and then start over and then come back up. Sometimes people request a song at the perfect time. Like you're sitting there about to pick your next song, someone will come up and be like, hey, how about this song? And you're like, that's perfect. I can drop that next, no problem. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but that's just how it goes. But being rude and sitting on the dance floor and doing the next song or booing somebody, I mean, come on, man. Guys, it's our job. That's what we do. We're just there to try and make everybody have a good time. We're not there to really like agitate anybody. And so when people are being rude, it just kind of puts us even more in a bad mood. And you don't want the guy who's in charge of the fun to be in a bad mood, right? No, you want us to be in a good mood. So be nice to us, man, and we'll be nice to you. We love hearing from you. We like getting requests as long as they're not demands. And just remember, guys, it's a job. Like, we work a job. You wouldn't want us to come to your job at 10 a.m. pretty drunk with a drink in our hand next to your computer or equipment, you know, demanding you give us something. Give me a hookup, man. Give me something for free or whatever. Like, while I'm almost spilling booze all over your workstation, I don't think you'd be very happy either. So just remember, guys, when you're out having a good time, that's so are we. We're just there to do our job, baby. So let us DJs do our job, all right?
Yeah.
I touched on how like the dubstep and the EDM sometimes can be too much for people who aren't into that scene. That's why as I pride myself on looking for new music every week and finding cool EDM remixes that have like, Living on a Prayer and I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston. Just stuff that has like that throwback chorus of those old 80s, 90s, 2000s songs, whatever, but then goes into a cool current contemporary EDM drop or something. And yeah, I pride myself because I look for new mixes like that every single week. And, sometimes multiple times a week, I'm checking out SoundCloud, DMS, YouTube, iTunes, Facebook, whatever. If someone recommends me a song, I'm always down to check it out. But without tools and the, mixes and edits to do that with, the EDM stuff would not work out as well. And especially we have the light guy too, helping out and doing the light show. And without all of those things, the energy wouldn't translate and the show wouldn't look as cool. But yeah, like I said, too much of anything can grate on people if it's not their cup of tea. And now we'll answer the question that everybody asks me and they, yell at us about all the time. Why don't you play more hip hop? Why don't you play this? Why don't you play Chief Keef? Why don't you play Kevin Gates? Why don't you play Lil Pump or Kodak Black or whatever? And I'll tell you, I can make it very simple for you. And the reason why you don't hear tons and tons of hip hop at a lot of or most nightclubs and dance clubs is because I just need you to think about the lyrical content for a second. So if you have a dance floor of people all sitting there staring at each other and every single song's lyrical content is about stealing your girlfriend, banging your girlfriend, doing drugs, shooting people, killing people, blah, blah, blah. Do you see how the vibe can just turn very negative very quick? And I know it's fun to turn up and jump up and down and stuff, but you can do that to literally anything. That's what music is. It's just a beat. How you react to it is all on you, essentially. But yeah, so you can just see how and it's not just rap lyrics too. It's songs in minor keys. If you play songs in minor keys back to back to back to back, it's going to create that ominous, tense feeling mood. That's just how music works. But having an understanding of this mentality and this knowledge helps us DJs to get through some stuff. So I can take certain songs from here and there, drop them, and we can have the fun turn up moment for 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever it may be. But you got to understand that all night of that creates a vibe that's not conducive for everyone else. So that's why you don't hear tons of hip hop back to back to back to back in lots of dance clubs. Plus, they're called dance clubs and they mostly play dancier, poppier, top 40 friendly music. It's just what's good for business, guys. Like I said, at the end of the day, you got to remember, this is a business. If you want to support your favorite DJs or you want to see them playing the music they love to play, then, hit them up on Facebook. See if they are playing any shows like that. Like, hey man, are you playing any kind of gigs where you get to play, gloves are off and you get to play your favorite kind of music? Maybe you're doing a festival gig. Maybe you're just doing an hour set somewhere. But that's how you got to go support your DJs or check out their SoundClouds. I'm sure all your favorite DJs got mixes up or edits up. Go check their stuff out, man. Most DJs do other music things in their lives. Look at me. I play guitar. I make rockabilly songs. Yeah, music's just my life, man. But when it comes to DJing at a nightclub, don't forget it's our job. and we have bosses there, and each boss is different. Every club owner is different with what they want played in their club, what they don't want played in their club, how they want it played, all that good stuff, man. So just remember, we're there to do a job, and we're there to just please as many people as possible and to have a good time. I think that nails it. Yeah, so that's gonna do it for this DJ rant. I hope I got everything off my chest that I needed to. I did want to say thank you to all the people out there who do, support us DJs and come out and see us every weekend and love the stuff we play, give us high fives, words of encouragement. There's tons of people out there too that love what we do and understand what we do and understand the business side of things too. But it just seems the more and more I go on with my career that some people aren't getting it. So I thought that maybe I could just make this video and help explain some things to people. And, I'm always down to answer questions and talk even more about this because, hey, I've been doing it for 14 years. I can do it in my sleep. It's what I love to do. I just love putting the party on for people, man. So I know sometimes when you see me up on stage and I'm rocking out to my trap sets and I'm, getting into it, rocking the mic, yelling, jumping up and down, I know it can seem kind of cocky or too crazy to some people, but that's just me trying to express my inner love and passion for music and just trying to get you to get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is what I love to do. I hope you understand. That kind of thing. And yeah, man, I just love performing for people and, putting the show on, letting everyone have a good time. If you get a laugh out of what I do or I bring you joy in some way, that's all that matters. That's all I'm trying to accomplish as a DJ and an entertainer. And it's what I love to do, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe you learned some things. If you have any questions or comments for me, you know what to do. Drop them in the comments below. Hit that like. Share with a friend. Maybe you have an annoying DJ friend who always annoys the DJ when you guys go out. Maybe share this to them so they can see it. I'm just playing. I love you guys though. Definitely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more sweet content, all right? Because at 200 subscribers, I'm going to eat something stupid spicy because why not, man? Oh, and P.S. Summer's right around the corner. Are you excited? I know I am. All right. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Until next time, T-Beck. Ow!